We are live. I hope everyone is having a blessed day
I have the
today.
I have the best vengeance. I have the only vengeance. Nobody
All
does
right.
vengeance better than I do.
All right. Here we go.
Wow. How's that for an opening?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm graced by the presence of Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right. Let's introduce everybody right quick.
Somebody's echoing.
All right. Let's see if we can get this
Close,
started.
close the stream. Whoever's got a secondary open on this stream.
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah.
All
Okay. I
right,
think that's me. All right. Double checking and making sure everything's working right. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Got it. There.
Okay.
This is what,
Roll
this is what
right
happens
better.
when you.
Uh,
This is what
YouTube
happens when
is
you cut your
running.
IT budget.
All right. Let's go ahead and get everybody introduced. Today's panel, we have Wavo. Say hello, Wavo.
Hello, Wavo.
We've got Casey. Casey, introduce yourself.
greetings, boys and girls. I'm so pleased to be here with you all today.
And we've got Crazy and Alice from up on the mountain.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
About as good as we can be.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be having a discussion about what y'all been going through. Jeez.
Oh yeah, and another ball dropped today, which just
Uh-oh.
yeah. You know, this
Yeah,
one wasn't
you
on
know.
this one wasn't on my end, but it was helping make it helped me make a point.
Good.
So,
But you know today's gonna be fun.
We got some really good stuff to talk about today. And then we've got Shrug. All right, introduce
Thank
yourself,
you-
Stubby.
Thank you so much for having me on your little talk show thing. Thank you so much. Crazy and Alice, all I can say is what it is, what it shall be, what it was.
All right,
I love it.
all right.
I'm here to answer the allegations made against me, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
All right. Tonight's topics are going to be pretty. As usual, we have 5 sections. Our topics are that we will, in order that we're going to be going, the Masters of the Universe movie that's coming out. Then we will discuss the changes that are incoming for Discord, which is ridiculous. Then we will talk about the Bad Bunny halftime show fallout and everything that's involved in that. Then,
Oh no, did he steal the political football? Did he launch a nuke at the Super Bowl? Jesus Christ, man!
no, he dropped some really messed up stuff there. $10 million
I think I've
fine
dropped a
coming.
bigger turd that looks like him.
And then we'll talk about the Workday AI rejecting qualified applicants, which is giving signs of an AI blacklist going on. And then we will end the show talking about Billie Eilish possibly getting an eviction notice after her statement that her house is on stolen land, and there are several law firms that are offering to pro bono represent the American Indian tribe whose land she's on.
Wait! You pronounce it Billie Eilish? I've been pronouncing it Billie Eyelash this whole time. What the hell, man?
Oh God.
This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple of heavy
Of course.
on here.
Of course,
Uh,
we also have to remember. She's green, so I always thought it was Billie Irish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now-
that's a funny joke right there.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with the Masters of the Universe movie. When I first heard about it, I'm like, okay, hopefully the woke shit has worked its way out. And then the woke just slapped the blood Jesus out of me.
Go ahead and tell them what the director said.
Oh God, yeah. Okay. The director came out and stated that Jared Leto's Skeletor is going to be the very definition and model of everything that is toxic masculinity.
Oh God.
What?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
no.
we've
Does
already
that mean
seen the trailer that showed Adam living here on Earth, working in some type of little office cubicle thing that had his name and pronouns on the little name tag.
Oh no.
And
Does that mean we're going to be stuck with? Oh no. We'll have She-Man and He-Ra. What the hell?
unfortunately, that's what it's looking like.
They them person and they them raw.
And this ridiculous toxic masculinity as well. Does this mean he's going to walk around with a MAGA hat on, holding a Starbucks cup that says "My name is Joe"?
It's
Yeah.
now,
And I wonder what this says for Cringer. If I'm Cringer, I'd really be cringing at this thought.
now the messed
Yep,
up thing
he'd be
about
living up to his name.
Now, Masters of the Universe, the CGI animated version that I watched on, I think it was Netflix, was actually pretty good.
Which now you weren't watching the Powerhouse one, were you?
No, I was not watching the one that was done by Kevin Smith. I was watching the CGI one. Let me see if I can find who made it, because it was not that bad.
Pretty sure
The-
the last time
the-
I saw Kevin Smith in anything, he was walking around in front of a mall with some guy.
Let me
Was
see
he-
if I-
What was he in his underwear?
I didn't even look close enough to check.
let's see.
All I
Hold
knew
on
he was
one
walking
moment.
around in front of a mall with a guy with long blonde hair that thought he could rap and didn't do very well at it.
All right, hold on.
It was the worst rap. I've seen the worst rap of all time.
All right. Give me a second, and I can upload this pic and put it up on the screen for everybody. I'm having to do this the hard way since I can't do it the simple way of just sharing my screen. Give me a moment. Let's see. Open up. There we go. There.
I really need to get Elon Musk in here. He'd be getting this shit done a lot faster.
All right. This one was actually pretty good.
We can't see it through our own faces.
Right, give me a moment. Let's see if I can do it this way.
That looks
This
much better.
This
All right.
looks like a failed attempt at putting Bionicle on my TV screen. What the hell, man?
All right. This
Hey,
actually
I like Bionicle.
this animated show was actually pretty good. It wasn't super woke. Yeah, they introduced some character changes and so on. But overall, it was actually pretty good. It had Skeletor was He-Man's uncle, and they did a really good job on it. Let's just say. And so when they said that they were doing a movie instead of a TV show, I actually had a little bit of hope for it.
Until reality had to come in and smack us in the face.
Yeah, and
Where your failing was, there is.
yeah,
Trust the
and
system you did.
I'm
Failed you
just-
have.
it frustrates me because
Crazy
Masters of the Universe
impression
could
is.
be an easy money-making movie. All they got to do is take the cartoon, what made the cartoon great, and put it on screen. Now, people sit there and go, "Oh, the unrealistic bodies, dude." They traced actual actors who did all the stuff that they put on the screen on the original cartoon. Those were actual actors and actresses and bodybuilders. And don't get me started about all the work they did on She-Ra.
What are you doing, Richard? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I know. I'm using logic and reason.
There's your first problem.
And
Problem number two is being sane.
yeah,
There's the other problem.
but like I said, the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe should not be that hard to get right. It's a science sword and sorcery with sci-fi thrown in. Because anybody that knows anything about the history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, it was they failed to be able to convince the Burroughs estate to let them do a toy line based off of Conan the Barbarian, because the movie came out, it did really well, and they wanted a toy line, and they could not get the Conan toys made, so they decided to go in a different direction and add some sci-fi elements to it so they could make something entirely new, and they came up with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
These days, I sincerely believe it won't be too long before they'll turn He-Man into She-Male.
Yeah.
I would laugh at that, but that's unfortunately true.
Mhm.
It's sad.
And I mean, I loved the original He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon. I watched that as a little kid, man. Even as I started getting older, I still watched it because, well, I was babysitting my sisters, and they watched it.
You know what
Notice
the real
I
first
said
problem?
my sisters, okay? They
You know
watched
what-
He-Man because they thought He-Man was fun. They watched
You know-
She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. And don't get me started about fucking Poochie. That god awful. Oh,
Breathe,
Hang on.
breathe.
that little
Before you
dog
have
in
a
it.
fucking heart
Gay
attack.
robot. Oh,
Breathe.
Oh.
Before you have a fucking heart attack, old man.
Where's the
I
incoming
could-
rant button?
I could
There's the
Feel-
don't have a heart attack button.
I could feel the rage all the way over here in Florida.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it was channeling from him through the mountains down to you, and I even think Casey felt it, and I think we were sending it to Shrubs.
I felt it.
I
I
can tell you something. My floor started shaking. Stuff
I
coming
can
up.
hear I can hear the Goku.
Oh, I felt a disturbance in the freaking force.
Yay!
Poochie's
You made the
evil, man.
reference. Yay!
Poochie is evil. That's all there is to it. No Poochie. Evil Poochie. Bad Poochie. No Poochie.
What?
No,
what do you
there's-
want? What do
there's
what do you
a-
want? A
there-
woman? Poochie.
There's only one pooch I want around me. We can't go into that right now.
Yeah. Casey.
Yeah.
Hey, Cashlima.
Last Poochie that I'd accept to have around appeared in fucking Cull.
I mean, oh god.
Poochie.
I'm sorry.
Breathe.
Sorry. Poochie.
Breathe
Oh
before you have
god.
a fucking heart
Anyway,
attack.
back to Masters of the Universe.
Your
This
first
is a
Richard.
really
problem, your
it
first
was one
problem,
of those.
Richard, is you're assuming
Good.
that they have the competency to sit the right way on a fucking toilet seat. There's your first problem.
Hey, Richard, Kid asked something in the bottom in the chat there.
Yeah.
Hey, Kashima, what's up?
Shit.
Kashima.
Well, I also refer to him as Chlamydia because I can't pronounce his name right.
He just cannot get that
Ishmael.
name right, can he? No.
Kishimala.
Yeah, chlamydia. But anyway,
Gesundheit.
Masters of the Universe.
I think he wants a link.
Richardson, kiss the link.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Get on with it, Master Host.
Hold on. I'm seeing if I can find where I put the link. Give me a minute. There we go.
Hey, Mold, give me a second.
There. All right. So whenever Marcelo can make it, he's actually got his segment is the Workday AI reject. That's going to be his full segment if he can make it. Because that one, that story, he's the one who brought it. Said we really need to talk about this. Because it's really a messed up
Hey,
shit.
Kish, how you doing?
Hey.
Kissing
the
the
master-
house.
Hey, buddy. Great to see you, Kishimala.
Well, when it comes to the Masters of the Universe, the original cartoon show, I remember talking about this when we were in school, all the way up into high school, still talking about the cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons was one of those few things that really got us all talking, you know? We would talk about it on the school bus ride because, well, that was a 2-hour fracking bus ride one way. And
Hashtag mountain life.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
here's one for you.
Bing, 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 bing.
Hey, Case, is it true that they actually put a school up on the mountain? Crazy, Alice. Did they put a school up there?
Way back in the old days, I think.
Because I know the elementary school was Green Hill.
What did
That
you
was
do?
the
Fall
closest
down a mine
elementary
shaft?
school.
What the hell happened?
But I think in our area, they've been busting them all the way down the mountain for as far back as I've heard. The kids down the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Our neighbor, one of them who's 80, used to drive the school bus way back when.
In like the 40s and 50s, and the pictures are amazing.
All right, Siggy is in the house, and he posted, the more I see of Xenos committing crimes, including child grape, young girl grape, and then watching those Xeno lovers protecting those Xenos, I think the U.S. should go to the Imperium of Man mode.
The last thing we should fucking do is give the US that amount of power. No.
No, because then they'll take the level 10 amount of woke and crap they're doing now and crank it all the way up to 100. And everything we're seeing now is just gonna go way. It's just gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
Reference? Oh yeah.
Yes,
So that is a
was.
Warhammer
Yes, it was.
40K reference. Okay,
Yes.
cool. But like I was saying, Masters of the Universe, it was a morality play about good and evil, being accepting of people and their differences.
And
It was
now being
all that was-
sarcastic made you a really effective villain.
Till
It
next
was-
time.
Oh, their God Emperor in power.
It was a good
Until
show,
next time.
and
Until we meet again.
like I said, Masters of the Universe should be something easy for them to do nowadays, and not screw it up. Unfortunately,
I
as we're
reiterate the
seeing,
point.
that's not the case.
Yeah,
I mean, you
reiterate
say
the
that
point.
like it's not about a muscly man
Yeah, I reiterate the point. Your first
who's
problem
not
is
only white but also blonde.
Yeah,
assuming that they can sit the right way on a toilet seat is the first problem.
How many
And
ways
also-
are there to sit on a
and
toilet seat? I can
his
think of like
catchphrase.
two.
Okay, and his catchphrase is, "I have the power." So yeah, I get it.
And it's not a woman
Oh.
saying it. There's the other problem. It's not a woman saying it.
Yeah.
So he must mean one thing and one thing only when he says power.
Misogyny!
Oh, I was going a different route with that, actually.
Well, hopefully they don't turn him into a power bottom.
Like,
Yeah,
let's call
sure.
it. Let's call it not gray power.
Okay. All right, fair enough. You got me on that one.
Now, I was a little hope. Like I said, the CGI animated He-Man was good. You know, they changed Ram Man into a girl, but the character actually worked. They didn't do stupid shit with it all. So I did have a little bit of hope that they would actually know how to pull this off. And it's looking like they're gonna screw the pooch in the bad way here.
There is no good way to screw a pooch. I'm just being blunt with that.
It's like trying to have a quiet fuck with a chook. It doesn't work.
Very true, very true. But anyway, we know what's coming. It's probably going to be another money black hole coming up. But hey, that's all we can say about it at this point.
Well,
It comes out.
as long as they're not getting any of my money, and they're not, I don't care.
Yeah,
My money,
Siggy's
they're
right.
not.
Siggy's right here. He says they could have done She-Ra to have a female-led and female cast
Wait, didn't they?
and a flying Pegasus. That's true. Well, they did do the She-Ra cartoon show that made all the original She-Ra fans lose their shit, including my little sister. If I'm not careful and Laura Jane finds out we're talking about the She-Ra animated show that came out that was really, really bad, she'll be over here in a very short period of time yelling and screaming about it, and I will lose this channel because we won't be doing an exclusive Rumble. Okay.
Do you have a?
Wait. Are you talking about the Uber woke one that where they replace everybody, where literally everyone in the entire show is LGBTQ plus, and there's not a single straight person in the whole show?
Exactly, and body positivity.
My girlfriend loves that show.
What?
Your girlfriend has gone down a few notches of respect, sir.
Yeah.
Now, and that's Patriot. Do you got? Do you happen to have the soundboard bleeping sound?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Oh no, I was going to ask if you could do an impression as a follow up.
Okay.
Impression of what?
Siggy says, I'm talking really about the 80s He-Man She-Ra thing, else they can go flush itself down the toilet. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. Because the original He-Man and She-Ra was really good because all these people sit there, oh, she was made for the male gaze. No, the original She-Ra show, the creative staff behind it were almost all female, and I think there was one or two guys, and one of the two guys was gay. And they created She-Ra, and it was an amazing show that, like I said, if my sister knew I was talking about it, odds are she'd want to be here talking about it because it was one of her favorite fracking TV shows when we were kids. And I would prefer watching that other show that I've got to fight not to start screaming about. Don't want to think little dog, damn gay robot.
Just keep.
Richard, don't make me get the spray bottle. Don't make me get the spray bottle just to cool you off.
I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it.
I'm gonna start.
Breathe, brother, breathe.
In with the good.
We need
Now-
the voice. We need the voice tally for from Lord of the
Save-
Rings Online.
Save
Josh,
the
keep calm.
save the anger for the Bad Bunny segment.
Yes.
Oh.
Next up is going to be the big changes that are coming for Discord. Now, this is going to be a fun one to talk about because it's
Siggy.
Get the spray bottle.
no. I'm going to let him get away with it this time.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. He got a free pass today. He's got a free pass
All right,
today.
I'm letting you get away with it at this moment.
Yeah, that was your free
Hold on a
pass,
second.
Siggy.
Now, I will say, I will pull out the executive pardon once we reach the Bad Bunny segment
Yeah.
because
No,
that will
absolutely.
absolutely deserve it.
Because
Fair.
that I actually might
Fair.
turn the camera on and you can watch me push the button. But like I said, okay, what they're
The
doing
Eldritch
with
Council
Discord,
has
I actually
spoken.
had
I have my own little red button right here.
Yep.
Eh.
Now, I had somebody asking me about what I thought of what they're doing on Discord. He actually asked me the question of. He called me up this morning to talk about it. It's what woke me up.
Who?
Like uber early this morning, and he asked what I thought about it. And I'm going to put it this way: this isn't the government here in the States forcing this on Discord, like what ended up happening in the UK. This is happening in many ways the same as what happened with the comic book industry after that farce of a book, The Seduction of the Innocent, came out, and it caused all these people to lose their ever-loving minds about comics. Because remember, before the Comic Code Authority came into being, comics were pretty much the Wild West of entertainment. You had real crime, you had romance, you had war stories where World War II veterans were actually telling their stories about their experiences during World War II in all of its blood and gory details. You had true crime stories which literally covered real crime. And you also had comics where you had there were religious comics at the time that were people telling their story about what brought them to Christ.
Oh God, yeah. I forgot the Christian comics were actually a thing. I thought that was a fever dream.
Well, the Christian
I
comics,
wish what was going on Tony's channel right now were a fever dream, but that's another story.
Oh.
now remember, you had people talking about the Christian comics where these people were giving their stories about how they came to Christ. We're talking about how they had hit rock bottom with alcoholism, drugs, gambling, and other addictions. And people were saying that was causing these little kids to go out there and break the law.
What?
Yes, the early green-eyed monster that was the Satanic Panic. That's
That
what
is
started.
definitely the takeaway from that story.
Yes,
Yeah, totally. Yes.
it was. It literally they tried to everything that they say about video games. Now they said about comic books.
Yep.
And
they said about
D&D.
D&D and other shit like that.
Well,
And Congress-
every generation has to have its demon.
Yep,
Indeed.
and the Congress went in and caused them to do all the. Congress started doing a major investigation because several of these newspapers kept publishing sections of The Seduction of of the innocent. And okay, let me give me a second. I need to center myself because Scooby Pup's talking to me also on Discord because she might be joining us. All right.
Oh no.
Okay. What ended up happening was several newspapers started running segments of seduction of the innocent as expose excerpts in the mainstream news, which was causing a lot of the stay-at-home moms to lose their shit because a lot of times they would give comic books to their kids as rewards and entertainment. And hold on, give me a moment, guys. Gotta send a link. There we go.
I don't think I want to know about that, Siggy. Just reading that or whatever. Don't forget the Jack Chick tracks you would find all over the shelves left by people. Siggy, where the hell were you buying your fucking comics?
Hey, I remember Chick Tracks, man. Those things were. We would actually take those and trade them at school to laugh at them.
That explains a lot.
But anyway, this caused a lot of stuff. The comic book industry just came up with the Comic Code Authority just so they could avoid laws being put into place that would limit them. So they limited themselves. And in many ways, I think what's going on with Discord is Discord attempting to keep what happened to Roadblocks from happening to them, which of course could very easily destroy them in the long run.
I mean,
yeah. The wrong way.
Is it conceivable? Like so, Discord has been used for a lot of nefarious purposes by nefarious people. Is it possible that they're trying to get in front of this because of legitimate concerns?
I don't know. I really.
It's possible.
No,
saving their own ass is
no.
it is.
It is not in any way the slightest bit possible.
Well,
they also this is Discord, okay? They do not give the slightest shit about anybody's privacy whatsoever. You could go in there into somebody's Discord, pull out a whole bunch of information, use it against them, and Discord won't do shit.
Yeah, but it's not about privacy. It's about children. It's about like so. This is an entirely different set of concerns.
Yeah, and children will always find a way around that stuff. It's what Discord is doing is just really stupid.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
Roblox did the same
in the days
thing
of pretending you're 18. Like, I absolutely am with you on that. But like, you know, when it comes to like, it's easy to get around that stuff, sure. But like, they're looking at, you know, oh hey, we might get in trouble because there's kids who are getting trafficked.
Yeah, if anything, the only thing they're trying to get ahead of is them being dragged in the Epstein thing, because guaranteed that has its slimy paws all over Discord somewhere.
All right, Zachary.
Oh, I'm sure if he was in Fortnite, then yeah.
All right, Zachary
guaranteed.
says, I mean, if you've seen as many puffs on Discord as I have, it's quite possible.
I think he means the other version of that.
Well, you have to remember as well, Roblox has already done the same thing, and they are suffering drastically for it.
And J Cube says, "Yep, 100% Scooby." And Siggy, come back up here. Siggy was talking about the Satanic Panic with D&D and advanced D&D. Yeah, that's what I grew up having to go through. I've told the story before about sitting in church on a Wednesday night because they called us all in to do this thing to where they had this guy show up and said, was telling us all about the great how D&D was promoting devil worship and all this other stuff. And I was sitting there beside my mom going, that's not in there. That's not in the book. that's not there either. And this guy goes, oh, he's read these books. It's touched even here, and you could hear the collective gasp of all the people in this Southern Baptist church.
Oh, you're the one with the great story. Wait, everybody listen up.
And it was so ridiculous. And on the way home, Mom and Dad were giving me shit over it. And I'm like, but you've always told me to read it first before I make up my mind. Y'all have not even read it. Then they were like, yeah, he's right. My Dad took the day off from work, drove all the way up to Asheville to go to a bookstore to go buy the big red box set. Came back home. Mom and him then read everything that was in there. And there it was. They were like, he's right. There's none of what these people were saying was in it. And they called Reverend Bradley and said, Bruce, you need to come over. We just got done reading the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and none of what that guy said was in it. Alvin's right. So he came over, picked it up, took it home, read it, and then Sunday he spent the Sunday sermon basically saying how they owed me an apology for calling out the lies.
That's awesome. I mean, wait. Were paladins a thing back then?
Yes.
There you go.
And it was it upsets me whenever people allow this type of fear to taint something good. Now, I know people have been doing stuff in Discord that's kind of screwy. And it's messed up. That's only way I can put it. And
Understatement.
Yeah, and it's no less messed up than doing it on Reddit, on Facebook, on any other form of social media you care to name. It's not an isolated thing.
Guys, if I could tell you some of the things I have seen on social media, and it's like social media that a lot of you probably are on, but if I could tell you some of the messages I've gotten or some of the things I've seen, it's all over the place. You're not going to be able to do anything about it. So why, you're just stopping legitimate people from being able to express themselves because of a few people that might do, weird shit, but the weird shit people are going to do it anyway.
Exactly
right.
Okay.
I mean, I remember the wild, so I grew up in the wild west of the internet. I was born in '89. I remember dial-up internet. I remember that kind of stuff.
You're a kid.
But I also remember,
Tell me
I
about
remember
it.
some messed up stuff that I ended up watching when I was 11, 12 years old. I am not surprised, and I think it's just about inevitable. I think Strubby made this point earlier, that that some of this control is coming. I think that, one thing that would be good is if somebody, the same way we have verification companies, if there were a company that actually did take personal privacy seriously and was like, hey, we're going to verify that you are the age you say you are, and then delete everything and bleach bit the remainder. Not only delete your files, but write zeros over every bit that we ever stored, so that it was never going to be, so that it could never be leaked. If you could prevent, I feel like a company that had that kind of capability would probably be very marketable, because we're going to be running into this everywhere on the internet. You have to, there's some shit that I saw when I was 11 that I shouldn't have seen. And I know that I made it through, but at the same time, I could see that you don't necessarily want kids going through some of that stuff.
Yeah, but when does that stop being the purview of the parent to be able to tell the kid, hey, look, if you're going to be on here, this is what I expect.
Exactly right. That is the actual real problem. It's
I
got
mean,
nothing to
back in the
do-
movie stores, there was
Yeah,
the
it's-
18 plus section in the back.
Yeah, and that was still somebody on the counter looking at the person who was looking at it going, should I give this to you or not? And that was not infallible. If you
Yeah.
had somebody who was there, especially the late night clerk, and for those of us who remember the blockbusters and whatever, you gave them a 20,
Yeah.
they looked the other way.
And especially toward the end, when the business was failing, they were just grateful to get customers. But the point is, it's legitimate though. I mean, how long are we as people going to advocate our responsibilities as the people that brought these young people into the world, and then expect everybody else in society to do our job for us?
Well,
Oh,
it's not even-
sure,
it's- well, it's-
absolutely. But does that mean that if somebody's coming into a store that's 6 years old and looking for hardcore porn, you should give it to them? I'd say no.
Yes,
No,
But
that's
but
not-
dude, but dude,
absolutely.
It's not the case of whether it should be parents or whatever responsibility. It's just simply advocating that it should be somebody else's responsibility. I not, if you catch the kid with the stuff, you punish the kid. Also, take the attitude of if the parents aren't paying attention, it's the fault of the parent. That is the real issue. Handing that level of control to a third party, you shouldn't do it. Period.
yeah, and then
Doesn't matter
and
what
then
it is.
and then because the third party more and more, and don't get me wrong, I have nothing against AI, but when you hand it to a third party and the third party isn't even doing the job anymore, I mean, then you've got all kinds of things popping up because some computer reads it wrong, lets somebody in that shouldn't be, or keeps somebody out that should be.
So design me a better alternative than keeping people off the internet until they're 18.
Yep. Now, see, my thing is,
It doesn't exist.
Well,
It doesn't
Yep.
exist.
And
period.
feasibly, you can't even do that.
And to be honest, I mean, if it had been done right in the beginning, maybe it could have been. But now it's so big and so pervasive that everybody feels like it's their right.
yeah.
like,
This is
okay,
true.
let me put it to you this way, guys. This all boils down to one major thing: parenting. Parents aren't wanting to do their damn job. They want to be their kids' friends, not their parent.
That takes the attitude of them wanting to do that in spite of the rules. Maybe that does sort of explain that, but simply blaming the fact that okay, little Timmy managed to get his hands on some porn because the parents weren't doing their job. That's reductionist. The kid's going to get his hand on porn, as you've pointed out previously. If you know where to find it, you'll find it. It doesn't matter how good of a parent or how strict the parents are. If you're going to find it, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a filthy magazine stuffed away in a bush somewhere, they'll find it.
I'm a prime example of that.
Yeah.
My grandma, I've talked to you guys backstage multiple times about how strict my grandma is.
Yeah.
And when I lived with her, she refused to allow me to have anything with internet access. Even the laptop that I had to use for my college work and stuff, even that, they had to be sitting behind me watching over my shoulder at all times. But even then, I was still able to find ways.
Yep.
Strict
But
parents
what
do
I'm
nothing
what
but
I'm
breed.
referring to is the fact that so many people nowadays, parents are basically using the internet just like the generations before used TV as a babysitter and walked away.
Well, what do you say to the parents who are like, trying to maintain a relationship with their kids and they're afraid of chastising them too much for fear that they'll lose contact or lose like people.
That-
Like if the kids will just stop listening if they're too harsh on things, and so they
But-
let a lot of stuff slide and a lot of stuff
Well,
slide, and like
if I
where do
may.
you go with that?
If I may, there's a bit of irony. There's a bit of irony there. Just, we were talking about God of War. I'm drawing a parallel here.
Okay.
We were talking about God of War before stream. And one of the things that I pulled from that is if you know or if you fear something is going to happen, so you take steps to avoid it happening, the steps that you take to prevent the thing will end up being what causes the thing. So all these parents who are afraid of chastising their kids because they don't want them to distance themselves, refusing to discipline your kids will in the end cause your kids to hate you.
Yeah.
Well-
I am living proof with that level of parenting. Very few people in my area, whatever, were treated with that level of, the running joke about us at school was our parents were used as the beating stick for other kids. You behave or we'll make you go and stay with them. We'll make them look after you. They were using my parents as a discipline stick.
But you got to have
That's
that level of
scary.
influence. Like you've got to be able to say like, hey, I will be able to lay down the law. Like, what about all the parents that like just actually literally can't? Like they can't
fail
actually.
as parents. They fail as parents. Period.
I mean,
We
but
have to
that's not
remember-
always the case. There's sometimes where it's like, where it's the laws in the area or custody arrangements or whatever kind
Thank
of thing.
you, Tish.
I'm
That does play into some respects. So I have to admit, yes.
yes, but I'll
But
put it.
but if you cannot parent in spite of those, you fail.
All right, Zachary, hold on, guys. Zachary just posted, if I find my future children watching porn, I just have a conversation with them to make sure that they know that what they see isn't real and not what it's actually like.
Been
That's
there,
what my
done
mom
that.
and dad did.
Been there, done that.
That's what
And did it work? Key
Yes,
question. Did it
it
work?
it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
That's what I said in the chat. That is a old, archaic, yet very respectable and sometimes effective technique.
yes,
I'll
and
tell
it
you
worked.
what,
We kind of embarrassed the hell out of the little boy or little
The boy child.
at the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was little at the
Yeah,
he was
and-
like
and
14.
that is
Because he
also
did it
just-
on his sister's tablet.
And she
Yeah.
called him and then came to us. And then we had to go and have that conversation.
Yeah.
And then
but
find
that
out
is-
all
that-
the kids on the school bus were watching porn. on their phone.
that is most certainly a tool that could work and should work. Not people being too afraid to embarrass their kids. That's the other bit that should be well and truly purged from existence.
I'll tell
Yeah.
If you can embarrass the living hell out of your kid that they will never do something again, it's an incredibly effective tool. It worked on us. It's worked for the last God knows how many decades.
Let me put it to you this way. All right. I literally live in a public housing project. Right? Now I have to go around from time to time to get things done. And you would be surprised what kind of stuff comes out of these kids' mouths, and you wonder why it is until you actually listen to the parents. I remember there was one parent one summer who basically the kid would run off and scream at him all kinds of profanity, but then I listened to the mother, and the mother's going, "Shut up and get out of the house. I'm watching Jerry fucking Springer."
Yeah.
But I mean, there are you would be surprised how many people there are like that. Because to be honest with you, parenting as we knew it, I mean, I disliked my parents because they were very, very abusive. But there were times that I got to give it to them. They could, they sat there and they watched what we did, and if they saw something and they had questions or we had questions, or like my mother especially, what do you want to know? You know, um, and Casey, I want you to know that when in real life you can't drop something on somebody's head without it being painful or having re- repercussions on you.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's
The old ask you once, tell you twice, third time duck.
yeah, and well, they a lot of times went from zero to duck, but that's another thing for another time.
But yes, I also understand there are people who most certainly went right past, as you said, right past the what would be considerably reasonable, and went straight to the duck, which
Yeah,
is horrid. You
Well,
can't deny that that's incredibly bad.
no,
But it's also changed a lot over the past 30 years. Like, I mean, like that kind of parenting will end you up in jail.
Yeah.
And that
God forbid you drop your kids off in a rich neighborhood, because they want all the rich things, and you say, fine, you want to live there, and you drop them off, watching around the corner to see if they learn their lesson. Then you get DSS called on you. So I got it.
Yeah. My question to those kind of parents is, what is the lesson to be learned there? Envy?
Yeah. Well, Carlos Fish says, Grandpa always said, if you can't learn by listening, you can learn by feeling.
But even then, like, I mean, like, I know, like, I'm a teacher. I'm a mandated reporter. Like, there's certain kinds of things. Like, I mean, I've had to call. I've literally been legally required under penalty of law to make a call on my boss because the kid had said that he got hit with a wooden spoon in his arm. And like, with the law in the state where I live, like if a person hits them with something other than an open hand, and a child specifically says that, I am legally required, based upon like time in jail and $10,000 in fines if I do not report that.
Yes.
Like, I mean, but that's the level of thing where, like, do I think that this kid was getting abused? Do I think this kid? I mean, this kid has an awesome life. Like, I've been to his house before. Like, I know for a fact that this kid is doing fine and is doing great. But like they had people come to their house because I had to make that call.
Yep.
But
this is where I turn around and say, this is where the law has gotten too fucking involved. It needs to back the fuck off.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Parenting has to be parenting to some extent again. But Kish, I will say this, to be completely honest. I mean, when I was a kid, to the outside world, we had a great life. Had, everything that a kid could want. But when you went inside, that was when things got really dicey, depending on how much mom and dad had to drink that night. And if you happen to be around, I mean, I don't even want to tell you. But the thing is, I mean, you can go either way on this. All I'm saying is that I see a lot of people today who advocate their responsibility turns and throw it on to somebody else. And now they're trying to do the same thing with Disocrd, because rather than have somebody, okay, even bring in a third party if you want. But, there's got to be somebody that does it, but it's got to be done in a way that allows the people that want to be on there and are able to be on there to be on there.
I'm in agreement with you in terms of a libertarian standpoint. It's just a matter of, like, I know that the way that when the government gets involved, these things become incredibly inefficient. And I know that like the stuff that I had to deal with, like, I didn't actually have any suspicion. Like, I've had suspicion in other cases that students have had, like, some kind of an issue that actually needed to be resolved by an outside party. And that was not one of them. But because of the specifics of the law, I had to report that, and I just like, I mean, I knew that kid was fine, and that kid was fine, and that kid continues to be fine and has a great life and like a fantastic one as they go, But they like, I mean, it just so happened that he got punished one time, and instead of being smacked on the arm in a way that didn't cause bruises, they were smacked with a wooden spoon in a way that doesn't cause bruises, but because I heard them specifically say that, I was required by law to report it, even though I didn't think that was an issue.
And this is why third parties, whatever, having to be involved, doesn't matter how involved they are, being involved in general can be abused, has been abused, will be abused.
Because it requires codification of something that's a lot more like there's specific detail of this is where the line is, this is not where the line is, and that's something that is required because of bureaucracy and them trying to approximate what morality is without actually capturing it.
Yeah, and unfortunately you cannot legislate morality, no matter how good your intentions are. You cannot do that.
All right, let's go ahead and move over to the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun.
We can all collectively shit on this one.
Please.
And
on top of shit.
And if anyone's interested, I actually have a heavily censored version of the transcript in English.
I'd rather deep
just
throated 12
like-
gauge. Thank you.
And just like the long-standing joke, Pedro Pascal is in everything. He's in everything. He was one of the bunnies.
Oh God!
I generally hope you're joking.
What'd you see him cuddling?
I am
with his
not
wife?
joking. I am not joking. He was part of the halftime show. He
Wait.
admitted it himself.
Wait, he was actually there?
Yes, he was part of that halftime show. He said so
Oh
himself.
my God.
Was he cuddling with one of the wives?
No, he was one of the bunnies.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Oh, thank God I live in a space station outside of your freaking universe. Otherwise, I'd be very tempted to destroy your planet myself.
But yeah,
really
he was
glad
part of
I
the
do
he
not-
was part of the halftime show.
I'm genuinely glad I do not reside in the US, and I have no desire to fucking go there ever.
So no
I saw-
shoving in a
I saw
box.
parts of it.
Jessica Alba was there too.
Ew.
I saw parts of it. Like I was at a bar. It was on the TVs there. I was watching the other one.
Yeah.
We were actually in a debate with Theta about this before stream. He popped in for a few minutes before stream.
It was weird how much shorter the actual halftime show was than the alternative.
Well, normally the halftime show is 20 minutes. But this year they said it was 10 minutes, which
Yeah.
okay,
Which
so
is the standard length of one Spanish song.
Yeah.
well,
to give you an idea of how bad this is, I've relit my cigar and I'm starting to take a drink. That's how bad this is. Right now.
we need to explain it. We need to explain what happened for the audience. For those watching, it needs to be explained.
All right, go for it, Wavo. You got it.
So,
You got
so the Super Bowl halftime show, led by a Puerto Rican man named whose stage name is Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
He gave up on the name.
He
was
Yeah,
at the
pretty much.
Grammys. At the Grammys, oh my God, the freaking speech he gave about ICE and activism. Oh my God.
He obviously I don't want to say DEI hire because you don't hire somebody for a Super Bowl, but for lack of a better term, that's what we're going to call it.
Fair enough.
He put on the Super Bowl halftime show. He put on, number one, the whole thing was in freaking Spanish.
Which pissed
He
off a
was
lot of
using-
people.
Yeah. He was using incredibly vulgar language describing, not just describing sexual acts, but doing so in such a way, not only, number one, using language that you're not allowed to say on national television in English, but also number two, things that you would only say to an AI chatbot girlfriend.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, like he's been to some Diddy parties, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a,
So
you gotta face
That's why
it. You gotta face it, dude. You gotta face it. He's probably the Hispanic Diddy.
probably.
he
But
might.
so what's happening now? What's happening now? The rumor is the FBI is investigating this, or is the FBI or the FCC?
FCC.
Either way,
FCC.
the FCC is investigating this, and they're investigating Bad Bunny. They're investigating the NFL. They're in a huge assload of trouble right now.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if the FBI was getting involved.
And
All right.
Bad Bunny himself, immediately after he left the stage, wiped his Instagram account.
Yeah, that's not.
That's like an
not a
admission of
declaration
wrong-doing right
yeah,
there.
That's not there.
Or
That's
at
not
least
even a
his
declaration
staff
of
did. I mean,
goodwill,
if they
is
did it right then, it's probably his staff.
All right. Now, one of the things that gets me about this, all right, the FCC has already fined Bad Bunny $10 million. They're saying that if the investigation shows that the NFL knew he was going to be saying these things in Spanish that are no words, they're going to get fined too.
But they
They're
knew
also
what wrong
supposedly
he
gonna
was
be-
doing.
Okay, they're also supposed to be getting in trouble because of the simulated gay sex acts that were going on.
Did they do that Did they do that for Rihanna though?
I cannot remember. I didn't watch.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
I mean,
remember
that
being-
does
they
seem like
didn't.
some like so that
No,
like
they
they
didn't
probably
do that with
should have, but
Rihanna.
that sounds like
Rihanna's-
selective prosecution.
Yeah, no, Rihanna's didn't have that shit.
There was it Rihanna's or who was last year? Or no, not
Last
Kendrick
year
Lamar.
was
Kendrick
yeah,
Lamar.
last
but
year was
the year
Kendrick
before
Lamar.
that.
That was Snoop, wasn't it?
No, that was the year before.
No,
Oh, that was
if
even
it
before
would
that.
if it had been Snoop Dogg, it would have been good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I gotta say
Yeah,
that
he
shit
has
wasn't too
he has
bad.
taste. He has taste.
No, but
Yes.
who was the year before Lamar?
I'm looking that up right now.
You mean the
Okay.
guy that did
I
the whole
can't remember.
satanic thing?
No.
It
It was
Cardi B, no.
Let's see.
Obviously not memorable.
it had like a lot of different levels. There were like all these platforms. Was it Beyonce or was it Rihanna?
It was not Rihanna.
Well,
The only
one of
person who can the only person who can get
Bad
rid of
Bunny songs.
Shakira.
no, it was not. It was.
I want to
not
say
Shakira.
showing here Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Shakira
there
doesn't
you
do
go.
that kind of
So,
stuff.
like I mean, there was a whole lot of bump and grind going on there too.
Yeah, Shakira, she's tasteful. She doesn't do any of that stuff. I've seen some of her concerts. She doesn't do that.
There was definitely who was the one who was pregnant during it?
That was
Beyonce,
that
right?
that was Beyonce.
Okay, so like there was a whole lot of some pretty raunchy seeming dancing going on there.
Oh yeah, that's
All right,
Beyonce.
all right. Let's try and keep the whatever of time frame here. This year was Bad Bunny. The last year was Kendrick Lamar. 2024 was Usher. 2023 was Rihanna. 2022 was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, with Eminem and a couple of others. 2021 was The Weeknd. 2020 was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. 2019 was Maroon 5. 2018 was Justin Timberlake. 2017 was Lady Gaga. 2016 was Coldplay. And 2015 was Katy Perry.
Katy Perry gave us the left shark meme.
Yes, that stupid fucking shark dance. Yes.
Now,
Oh,
Bad
it's
Bunny,
priceless.
That was a good show, though. Like, honestly, Katy Perry's was decent. Like there was some cool. Like that was a cool stage show.
now, Bad Bunny, Siggy posted this saying, that really isn't shocking that foul-mouthed Bad Bunny violated SEC rules right and left under the guise of Spanish. I have friends of mine that are native Spanish speakers who watched the halftime show who had a hard time keeping up with it.
Puerto
And-
Rican, as I said, Gabriel Iglesias made the joke about that. You can tell what kind of Latino they are by how they speak Spanish, and some versions it's just rapid fire. You couldn't understand them anyway.
Yeah, my mom, she's from Spain, as some of you know. And she's told me about a lot of the different dialects and everything. And she goes, yeah, as far as Mexican Spanish goes, I was like, what about it? And she goes, it's nothing but slang.
Okay.
She goes, it's not, she
Siggy?
goes, it's not, she goes, that's not proper Spanish. She said, that's just slang.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
bastardized Spanish.
Okay, Siggy, this is the segment of the show where I extend to you the executive pardon. During this segment, during the Bad Bunny segment, promote the red button all you want.
Press that fucking button to your heart's content, sir.
All right, hold on, guys.
Yep.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can get this to work.
Let me set this segment to demonetized.
No, hold on.
Interesting here as well. I've just looked back at the list and whatever for the
All
halftime.
right, let me see if I can make it.
Notable
do it.
past performances:
You
2013
can
Beyonce.
do it.
Yeah,
You
it's a
can
button.
do it.
Button. What? Okay, who gave the incompetent the fucking button?
I'm sending him batteries in the mail. No worries.
Yeah.
The cleansing. Goodness.
Honestly, I'd like to see about getting one of those myself.
I think I may need one of those someday.
It'll be a current solution, and hopefully, no other solutions will be necessary after.
I refuse to get the red button.
This just goes to show you how the level of
What's your
changing
favorite
times
color,
work.
Scoob?
With
I have more than one favorite color, so that's an unfair question.
Well, I mean, just so I know what color button to get you.
Like I said, I'm more than one favorite color. So
I tell you
The
what,
dress,
okay.
the dress
Those
in her
shiny red
profile pic is blue. Send her a blue button.
I'll tell you what, Scoob. I'll either get you a blue button or I'll send you the Skittles variety pack. You can press whatever.
my two favorite colors are lavender and sky blue, like that sky bright
Okay.
blue.
And lavender is what kind of pinkish purple?
Lavender is a lighter shade of purple.
Okay.
we have no idea. We're men.
That's why
No,
I.
it's like pastel violet.
Okay, that's why I asked.
It's a pastel type purple.
Okay, I'll get you blue one.
It's fucking
But anyway,
purple.
This whole bit, I mean, the fines that's going to be coming out of this.
The way Shrubby just said it's fucking purple, it reminds me of, I don't know how many of you guys watched this, but Red versus Blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
It's
Red
red.
versus Blue.
It's pink.
Back in the day before they deleted their
Lighter shade of
episodes.
Red. They have a name for a lighter shade of red. You know what it is? What?
It's
Pink.
pink.
Salmon.
Pink.
It's salmon.
Salmon. It's obviously salmon. What are you doing here?
It's crimson. Thank you very much.
Now, Rooster Teeth was good back in the day, man. I loved
The
watching.
first couple of seasons were great.
Yeah.
After a while, it just
went up its
the first couple of seasons
after season 6.
Yeah, first couple of seasons are great, but like when it came to season 4 and stuff like that, then it was kind of like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they got. It's almost like they ran out of jokes, and storyline.
Okay,
So.
do we want to know what's
think it
going on in the
was
background of somebody? Right now?
Storyline. I
Crazy's
think it's,
dying.
Okay,
I don't
die
think it's,
quietly, please.
Crazy, don't die on me, buddy. Don't die on me.
Die quietly, please.
Rephrase that. Don't die. Don't die here.
No, don't die, man. I'm supposed to be the one that dies first, Bubba.
Wait
Don't
a minute.
forget it.
I'm older than you, son. Get behind me, fuck.
But anyway, what's got me is the fact that they had one of the things that Theta was right about. They practiced the halftime show to make sure they get the timing right, and it all falls within the parameters and the commercials, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So the FCC, the fines that they can levy against NFL for this is if they can prove that the NFL knew about the lewd stuff that happened in the dancing that was literally causing the people there in the audience of the Super Bowl to sit there in fucking shock, because all the pictures that I saw of them showing the people in the audience had this look on their face of, what the hell am I watching? People covering kids' eyes. This stuff, the FCC can, if
Whoever's
it comes
listening with the
out,
microphone, can they stop?
if it comes out that the NFL knew about all this and the profanity that was going to be in Bad Bunny's Spanish exclusive entertainment, they can get massive, even fined even more heavily than what the 10 million that they've leveled against Bad Bunny for.
Well, my question is, I can't believe they'd let somebody on for something as important as the Super Bowl halftime without knowing well in advance what it was they were going to do. And if the guy was speaking Spanish, why didn't they have somebody there during rehearsal who knew the language?
Because they went under the guise of also Latin heritage.
Yeah.
Well, they might also be counting on the backlash. Like they might be, like, I mean, if they really wanted to poke the bear, let him say that stuff and then let him try to prosecute him for it and have that be a PR nightmare.
That's possible.
Or free publicity, most certainly, yes. I can see your argument with that, yeah.
What drives me nuts is the fact that the halftime show is supposed to be something that entertains everybody, not just one group of people. It's also supposed to be something that is family friendly, because people are watching the game with their families. And the coarseness of our society has gotten to a point to where
Our entire society is desensitized right now.
Yes. Okay. I am an adult. I'm ex-Navy. We are quite coarse. We use profanity in ways that, for us, it's just an everyday adjective.
Yep.
We could have entire conversations and nothing but profanity. And odds are we haven't repeated profanity as we're having these conversations.
Well, and you also have all the privileges the left should be giving you. I mean, like in terms of some of the experiences you've had in that military experience, you should have all the privileges to speak your mind that are granted.
LJ.
No, the thing that cheeses me off is if you're not saying the stuff that the left wants you to say, they hear coming out of your mouth, then they lose their shit.
Oh yeah, they flip their shit big time.
Now, I'm looking at what happened with Bad Bunny. I mean, the
Microphone.
dude hates
Leave it
this
alone.
country. He talks about the fact he doesn't do shows in America because, oh, if I do a show in America, all the people that will come that are my fans could get deported.
Huh.
I'm like, okay, that just
Like-
you
Like,
can't
yeah,
think
yeah.
outside the box.
One spot
I
and
know.
get it
It's like,
over.
yeah, you're a fucking moron. Give us another excuse.
Because I've got friends of mine who like Bad Bunny music, who are native-born Americans, who can understand Spanish, and they like his music.
No accounting for taste.
Yeah, that's true. For those who couldn't hear him, Shrubby just said, "There's no accounting for taste."
Is my microphone
yes.
giving out again?
Yep, it got really, really low.
All right, let me try that again.
What's the Super Bowl we most recently had? What number?
50. Or was it? No, 60. I think it was.
60. So I'm looking at minute by minute viewership of Super Bowl 56, which was 4 years ago. So that would have been 2021. Usher.
Yep.
And in that Super Bowl, at the halftime show, there was a spike in viewership.
Yes.
In this Super Bowl, I know I've seen the minute by minute viewership, and there was a definite dip in viewership at the halftime show.
Understandably so.
Yeah, understandably so. But I mean, I've seen people point out the dip in viewership right then. I haven't seen people compare it to earlier Super Bowls, where, because usually like for years and years, I didn't really care about the Super Bowl, but I wanted to see the halftime show, so I tuned in when that was happening, and then I tuned back out again.
True,
And it
right
looks
now
like
they don't
I
want
was
to
in
admit-
good company.
And right
I
now
did
they
not
don't want to
watch-
admit the true numbers.
The only time
They're
I
saying
watch
we're the highest rated ever.
the only time I watch a Super Bowl is for the commercials. Those are the only reasons why.
Even the
Well-
commercials this year weren't enticing enough for me.
Yeah. Well, my
Yeah.
thing. Okay, I watched the WDW Pro talking about the halftime shows and the fact that the Bad Bunny show lost massive amounts of viewers while the Turning Point USA one killed it. And they are saying that they had a hard time. They're having a hard time counting the number of people who was watching, because so many people that watched the Turning Point USA were watching in big groups.
And on multiple platforms.
Yes. And I've watched
Hold up,
people
Richard.
that was
Hold
on
Hold up, Richard. Whoever's messing with their mic right now, can they knock it off?
Casey.
That would be Casey. He doesn't exactly have full control over that.
All right, listen.
Fair enough.
What happened at one of the, I've been watching videos that were being posted on Facebook from bars and such. These bars were asking people which halftime show they wanted, and the majority were voting to watch the Turning Point USA halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
One place actually had half of the screens was the Bad Bunny show, and the other half was the Turning Point USA show. Now, he was talking about how the owner of the bar was talking about the 20% who wanted to watch Bad Bunny, instead of just watching the Bad Bunny that's on half the screens, started bitching and cussing, canceling orders, treating the staff like shit.
Whoa.
And the 80% who had voted to watch the Turning Point USA, they weren't happy that you had the Bad Bunny going on the other side of the place, but they didn't say shit about it. They didn't treat the staff like shit. They didn't cancel their orders. They didn't leave 1-star Yelp reviews because there were people, he said, that was sitting in the bar typing in 1-star Yelp reviews, all because they split the screens to where half of the screens was Bad Bunny and the other half was Turning Point USA. Even though they voted on it, and 80% said they wanted the Turning Point USA. Let that sink in.
But like all things, the 20% that whatever that doesn't include is they're the ones who are the loudest fucking voices. The loudest voices are the biggest retards. We not already established this.
Yes. Now, I'm sorry. If it'd been my bar,
I would have
and
kicked their
these people
asses out.
would have treating my staff badly because they didn't like the fact that there were screens showing the Turning Point USA that they didn't want to have on air, even though they got what they wanted on these screens over here. I would have literally told them, get the hell out.
Yeah. No, you would have been right to do it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You don't let people start shit in your place.
Yep. Do need a time check, by the way.
Okay. Since Marcelo's not here to do the Workday AI, I'm thinking we can continue for a little bit more, and we'll just have the Workday AI when Marcelo can get here, because he's the one that brought it to me, and I've watched the video that he brought up. We will touch on this a little bit, but I want to do a little bit more with Marcelo here, because he is the one that brought it to me.
And he has a lot more whatever about it,
Yeah. I don't know nothing about it. So.
All right. Basically, what this is a whole bunch of companies are using these AIs to go over applications and resumes that are being sent in. And this a disabled Black veteran submitted 100 applications, and within less than an hour of each of these applications being submitted were rejected. Even the ones that he submitted at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, which basically is showing that there is an AI blacklist out there that is following up on your social media and things of this nature, that if you're saying something that people don't want to see, i.e. Political posts that they don't agree with, it's showing up in these AI screeners, and they're blacklisting you, period. Automatic.
I would say that's probably going a bit far with that. That I would want to know what exactly was he applying for first. That would be the first question I would ask, is what jobs did he apply for out of those 100, and what was he trying to apply for as a job, and what was his education first off. Those are the three questions I want to ask straight off the bat.
Well,
was he qualified?
Yes, he was qualified for everything he submitted for.
So
that
I
can
qualify for everything. Okay, all right, fair enough.
And like I said, I'd rather have Marcelo here to talk about it in more in detail, because, like I said, he's the one who brought it to me, and it really upset him enough. Says we need to talk about this. He said we're not doing a deep dive on this. We're just going to have plain talk about it because this is fucked up. And like I said, the guy that filed the lawsuit about this blacklisting is a disabled Black veteran, and I want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it when Marcelo's here. So we're going to have to put this story off until next time, just to let everybody
At
know.
least I've posed my 3 questions that I'll ask when he's there. But those are certainly the first 3 questions I'm asking straight off the bat.
Yeah, odds
Already-
are that's going to be what
already-
Marcelo will
yeah.
be talking about right off the bat too, because
Yeah. I think it goes a little deeper too with this new digital ID they're pushing internationally. I've heard about with that it was classifying you, the AI was, and then once you were like blacklisted, you couldn't get any services, you couldn't get nothing.
yes,
And they were talking about it's already been like implemented in China.
yeah, that's where we're getting it from. That's the model that they're wanting to use is China. The whole and what is it called again?
Social credit.
Yes, the social credit score thing. They're wanting to bring that here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, who they? Who they?
The social media influencer people that's in charge of the system.
Wow.
The tech people that's pushing this shit.
Global
The
homogenization.
Zuckerbergs, the Bezoses, the Gates, all these people are wanting to bring it here.
All I can say,
Like half the Epstein files.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
you know, Kish, the weird thing about it is this would make a great horror story, but they've already beat me to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what you're saying?
Oh,
So what you're saying is because 90% or more of jobs accept applications online only. Very few people do paper applications anymore.
Correct.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if this goes into effect, essentially what's going to happen is I fill out my resume and I do my applications and stuff. Because of where I stand on a lot of issues, I'm going to get blacklisted from pretty much everywhere, and I won't be able to get a job.
Exactly. That's what we're
exactly,
looking at.
And exactly the whole point of that social crediting is exactly the whole point of that. Is to starve out and push out anyone who doesn't have the right think.
Well, the bad thing about that is that that'll mean that the only people that get anything are the ones that will think and say exactly what they want, which is the death of a society anyway.
Yeah.
So we've seen what happens to a company when that happens with the Iger Corporation.
The whole overriding point is not to save the society; it's to push out the ones who are there and to put the ones they want to put in there.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
So we as the people are fucked.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a nice way of putting it, but yes.
Oh, I'm
Well,
so
no,
glad I don't live on Earth. Yay!
No, I'm sorry if that was a little coarse, but that was the most succinct way to put it.
Well,
There was no better way to put it, Casey. Perfect.
This is like what happened when we were talking about Monday on the Rumble exclusive about the Epstein files. If the whole system gets pulled down because of what's on the Epstein files, I'm all for it. Because any system based on that much corruption, it's got to go.
Yep.
But what replaces it?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't it? I mean, like honestly, look at most of the revolutions in history. What are they replaced with?
Something worse.
Yeah.
Okay, but now
I would rather something worse that could then be removed just as easily than leaving it there because we don't want to have something worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
just as easily. Oh.
Well, I mean, here's the point in a nutshell. I mean, we're darned if we keep this, and we're darned if we try something else. The something else may be worse, but the way things are going, what we're ending up with now, excuse me, is only going to get worse. It's not going to get better.
And Zach, yes, Cash does have a point, but we've got to do something. That's one of the reasons why when I end my live streams, I keep begging people to go out there and be a positive change in the world that they want to see.
Yeah.
Because that's the only real way we can change things is by actually going out there and doing it. We're God's hands. That's what we are. When you see somebody in need, you help them in whatever way it is you can help them. Even if all you're able to do is to walk up to somebody that's going through hell and tell them, I believe in you. You've got this. Don't give up. That's better than doing nothing.
But having these dialogues is doing something and everything. Because because it all starts somewhere. The fact that sorry, I'm gonna get my feelings for 2.5. We all know I've been having a little bit rough go lately.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can sit here with you all from all over, hear these opinions, hear the like-mindedness, when woke has inundated my work, is such a beautiful thing for me. And it gives me hope to know we will get somewhere someday with some resolution.
I got you. Wait, what kind of work?
am.
Alice is a surgical nurse.
I got you.
And I am fortunate enough that the place I work has not succumbed to the woke virus yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I didn't think we had either until corporate stepped in. And that's a whole nother day for a whole nother story. And we're working on it. But
no, you say corporate, that's all I need to know.
I mean, my goodness, like I work in a school, and like we had this whole actions against racism series of courses, and when they did affinity groups one time, like I emailed, I made a very angry email to the administration of the school, and I ended up having a conversation privately with the person who was running that like training, which was outside of the school. And ended up actually making a difference with them. Like, I mean, I was basically pointing out like, hey, what you're doing is actually making racism worse in the way that you're doing it, and here's why. And I managed, I think, to convince this person at least somewhat, or at least it seemed to be in that conversation. Goodness knows what happened since then. But yeah, like, I mean, I was fucking livid. I was like, how dare you make me take part in segregation? Like, that is absolutely fucked up. I thought we were on the same page here. And, I mean, like, I feel like that made a bit of a difference, like, I mean, it certainly didn't continue the modules into the next year. Well, they certainly didn't. But like, also, I think the person who is working on their PhD in like the whatever kind of, race space, like whatever their PhD was in exactly. Like this was a part of their like PhD project, and like, I mean, I managed to point out some things that they were like, you know what, actually, when you bring that up, it reminds me of this research and stuff. I didn't even know that there was research on it. I could just tell that it was making people more racist in the way that like, hey, if you try to fight things in this way, it's going to piss people off and drive them further away. And
therein lies the very statement of having university education with no real world experience versus real world experience, but may not have university education.
Not in that particular, like, I mean, my university education's in physics. Like, I mean, what I'm used to is thinking about things in terms of control systems and equations and stuff. And I'm like, hey, like, control systems tend to represent the outcomes they're intending to achieve, not like the counter to the current the current system.
It'll give you the outcome that it's programmed to do, not what you want it to do. But that's my point. You have the real world experience to understand that and to point that out. They wouldn't have thought of that on their own.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm hoping I did some good, but it's like, I mean, it gets Like, I mean, I was livid. I was willing
I
to
can believe
risk
it.
my job emailing the boss the thing that I emailed the boss.
Yeah,
Well, one
I
of the
can
things-
believe it. And if there were more people like you doing exactly that, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in.
Exactly. Well, one of the things we're going to be doing an update for the Lake Lure and Hurricane Helene aftermath. Maybe this weekend. It all depends on if Alice and Crazy have been able to get the GoPro dash cam thing working so we can have the video of the ride down the mountain. So you can see just how messed up the roads are there and and actually see what we mean when we say kiss your ass goodbye curves.
I've been to Western Victoria. I'm fully appreciative of that level of fuck off roads.
Now, some of these roads have drop offs that are so steep. Back when I was living up there, that was one of the worst parts of Mom and Dad's job, which is also one of the reasons why me and my baby sister to this day, she does not want to drive because of that.
That's some heavy trauma shit right there.
Yes. What would you expect happening if you were getting woken up at 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning and told your dad and I are having to go out on another run? Somebody ran off the road again. If we're not home by 6 in the morning and the bus comes, call the neighbors and they'll come over and sit with your sisters. You go get on that bus and you go to school. And yeah, especially in the wintertime when the weather was that bad and the ice was that bad. People talk about how quick a bridge up there will freeze over like that. They're not making it up. The roads up on the mountain in the wintertime, because of the shadows and there's places up there right now that still has several inches of ice on it because the sun has yet to hit it.
Yep, there is. We still have snow in our yard.
Yeah,
and
it's and the corporate people.
We still have a good foot or so over here.
Oh God, what Alice's job has done. They have violated both state laws and their own company policies.
Yep.
And we can't talk about it in any depth yet until we show the videos of it. I've already told Alice and Crazy, document. That way, if they keep doing the stupid shit that they're trying to pull with her, somebody's going to get a pee-pee slap, and not a good pee-pee slap.
A nice heavy size 13 hobnail boot kick to the PP.
Yes.
Yeah.
A sledgehammer being.
Call it what it is. You say it bluntly. They're gonna kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna kick him. They're gonna kick him so hard the nutsack their fucking balls will explode.
Well, I'll tell you what. If that don't work, I'll just come over here and run their nuts over.
Nah, cut him off. Nah, that's too good for him. Cut him off with your scythe.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's an image I didn't fucking need.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
Let's go ahead and move
Can
over.
Can I do both?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody knows that the Grammys, how Billie Eilish got up there and said, nobody's illegal on stolen land. Even I have an estate that is on stolen Indian land. And so the Indian tribe whose land her big state is on goes, hey, that means we can get our land back now, right? And multiple law firms have contacted this tribe and said, would you like us to represent you? We can send the eviction notice right now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh boy.
Sup, Ian. We got Ian Hamby in the chat, by the way.
I
Hey,
found
Ian.
I found
That's-
the email I sent.
That is a rare instance of the system actually winning.
Yes,
The system
everybody was-
actually
That
works
is
there.
that is the fabled and well documented fuck around and find out.
Oh yes. We need
Oh.
more of that in today's world.
Oh,
We do.
man.
Suck it,
Amen.
you tiny tittied mouthy bitch.
Hey, I like small boobs, man. Come on.
Oh, I
There ain't no
got
need for
Oh, I
amen, hallelujah, and a boom shakalaka.
You're only
Oh,
saying that because Alice is in with striking distance.
Oh, oh,
Hey,
I
you
got
better be careful. You better be careful because if I have to, I can just get Rudolph up on the phone
No,
and he will go up there, pick her up, fly her ass to you. Because
I'd like to
remember,
see him try.
Rudolph and the reindeer, they can get around the planet in under a night, man.
I would like
They're
to
good
see
at
him
that.
fucking try the goddamn sock.
All I got to say.
No,
Oh.
I mean Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, man.
Oh, okay. All right, that's
Remember.
more of a threat. Yeah, trying to threaten me with a fucking sock. That's not much of a threat.
Because remember, you know who my dad is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we know.
All right. Don't forget him. Okay. Because I can always, I've been trying to keep you off the naughty list, man.
I'm setting the record on the fucking naughty list, dude. I've accepted it.
Hey, man, the naughty list elves. You're the main inside joke for most of them.
I know. That's it. I've accepted it. I
Now
got on there when I got on there when I was 7, and I haven't left it.
Now you've been chiseled onto the permanent naughty podium.
Yes.
It's a
I'll take that
totem
as my
pole,
trophy.
really.
Yes, I will take that as my trophy and leave it at that.
And
Ian
all I got.
says he's off to work, so he'll be listening in the background. Anytime you want to come and hang out by the fire, Ian, you always got a spot. You know that.
Yep. Enjoy work. Hopefully, they don't screw you over too much.
All right.
All I got to say is one thing.
Go for it.
Mouthy woman speak with forked tongue and hope that the fork gets driven somewhere that she'll never see it again as the Indians take back their land.
Yes. Now, I'm looking at this and laughing my butt off because this is just funny to me.
Agreed.
She's being hoisted up
karma.
on her.
This is karma of the highest order.
Yeah, this is her getting hoisted on her own petard of her own hubris.
Yeah.
And she's crying about, oh, please stop harassing me now.
What? She's on people's land she shouldn't be on in the first place, and she's bragging about it.
And she talks about the fact, oh, I paid for this land. I paid for this land. So you're saying it's not really stolen then, huh?
Wait,
Yeah.
she's getting seriously evicted?
That they are talking about it, and the tribe is pushing to get their land back because she publicly admitted that she lived on her house and everything was stolen from the indigenous people, which is that tribe. Thus, giving that tribe all the ammunition it needs to take it to court.
You know, she may turn around and just say, it was my Tourette's.
Yeah, but at the moment, she's actually going to have to pay for the propaganda bullshit that she was spewing, which is making me giggle like a schoolgirl. I mean, you've heard me giggle already. Do I need to giggle like a schoolgirl some more?
we need a whole movie segment of just her, with dumb bitch, dumb bitch.
No, don't forget. You can't be just her. It has to be a duet with her and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay!
It's got to be a duet with her and Bad Bunny.
Now,
I'm doing the Team Fortress 2 with a spy with a hat on.
And
Yes!
and
Yes!
and I'm not finished.
Uh-oh.
Pedro Pascal in a bunny suit dancing behind them.
Now,
Okay.
now we gotta
I'm done.
throw
We're
Rachel Ziegler in there somewhere.
And a few dwarves.
okay, if we're putting Rachel Ziegler and Pedro Pascal in it, Pedro Pascal wearing the bunny suit, we put the strap on Ziegler and have her peg Pedro Pascal in his bunny suit.
That's an image I didn't need. Thanks very much.
Now, do you see why I'm in charge of the naughty list?
I think you're on. I think you're on the naughty list, and you were
I
given
am
that
the
as a
naughty list.
punishment.
Yeah, you are the fucking naughty list. I'm on the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
Yes. See, that's the whole thing. People don't get it. Me and Krampus, we play cards all the time, and we trade ways of punishing people with verbal statements that make them picture things in their minds that they never want to fucking see. And it works. It works.
There is a brick with your fucking name on it, sir.
Have they wait, hold on. So I heard about this early on. There was that law firm that was offering to help evict Billie Eilish from that land on behalf of the tribe.
Yes.
But did they take them up on it?
I think they are, because it's been enough that Billie Eilish was in tears begging them to leave her alone.
That's
back up again.
Okay.
So now we've gone from leave Britney alone to leave Billy alone.
Yeah. Wait for the next asshole to start that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I don't think we're gonna see any kind of the South Park episode is gonna be real different on this one.
Oh yeah.
When it comes
It's
to
gonna
the
be glorious.
sacrificial lamb thing with Britney Spears.
It becomes Mega Streisand.
Okay, here's what this is what the latest information. Hold on.
You okay there, Casey?
Okay,
Yeah,
Billy.
lie quietly, please, Casey.
The
Of course.
Tongva tribe, and a 30-day eviction notice has already been drafted and is ready to be served.
Oh.
Holy crap!
Richard,
FAFO.
That's not even we might. That is official. That has gone through the court. That has gone through the notary. That is ready to be served. That is official. Holy shit!
Has it been accepted by the recipients? Has the Tongva tribe accepted it?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Give me a second.
Oh, if
Okay.
they had,
So
please
this is a law firm that's maybe loving the publicity, but doesn't have the permission yet. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, the fact that they've already gone through the paperwork to do it, and all it will take is the tribe to say yes, we wish to serve this. That's she's fucked.
Oh, but dude, she's fucked. But that's great publicity for the law firm, even if they're not even interested.
Also true. Also true.
The best part.
They do it.
The best part about all of
it would be
this.
hilarious.
The best part about all of this, and the part that tickles me, I have been waiting for decades to see something like this happen to one of these uber woke idiots. Finally, it's coming full circle. Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it happened in
Now-
Canada, but yeah.
Now we need it to happen to fucking Bill Gates.
Oh, could
Well,
Man, we
We
needed
needed
to
to-
happen to
we-
more than Bill Gates.
Well, no, because
That's
he was the
asking
big-
for a bit more. I mean, that's
No,
asking
because
for a bit too
that,
much.
that was his big push about why people shouldn't buy beachfront properties and everything like that, and then he went and bought them all himself.
Yeah.
We need that to happen to him now.
Well, we need. I mean, there's the Epstein file. Well, actually, no. Bill Gates is proven to have, or not proven, but like he's shown demonstrably to have maybe contracted a disease from someone who is potentially an adult and given it to his wife. But
Again,
Yeah,
no,
we
there's
discussed
no-
that in
no-
the
there's again,
more
there's
than
no
one more than
Yeah,
one
there's-
disease, and we discussed that in the e-files deep dive on Monday.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Richard.
again, the one
All
of
right,
the
hold on, guys.
problems of
Give me a
you
second.
can't legislate morality, unfortunately.
Yeah.
you
All
can't.
right, what I'm seeing right now, ownership. Yeah, the Tongva tribe is challenging the ownership of her mansion.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
They are,
Nice.
so they are actually going through the court system.
That's a legislative precedent
All right,
that
it
we
says
really
here-
don't want here.
All right,
But
Yep.
this is what it says. The Tongva people, the original inhabitants of the Los Angeles Basin, have long fought for recognition and rights over their ancestral lands, which were taken from them during the colonization of California. Their legal battle comes after Billie Eilish made a statement acknowledging that she lives on the land once occupied the Tongva.
Oh,
And
they've
this
been
is
fighting
a
that
larger cultural movement where individuals and communities are recognizing, taking responsibility for historical injustices,
Oh
blah,
my
blah, blah.
God.
So it looks like, yeah, the
Los
Tongva people have been
Angeles
trying
has
for
been
a long time to get back
Yeah,
this property.
Los Angeles has been fighting that legislation since the 50s, and
Yep.
she just gave them Cass's belly for them to contest it.
I know.
Holy shit!
That would do like all of LA.
Yes, it would. And after the fires that went through there
When
and
did
messed
the
everything
casino
up,
go up?
and they've been dragging their feet on doing the repair work and rebuilding. This could actually make it easy for the Tongva people to get the properties back because it's devastation.
Richard,
Screw
Congratulations.
you, woke mafia.
The ashes are yours.
Yes.
Build
So,
that
yeah.
casino.
This is very this is quite possibly gonna be a big slap down.
Oh, she's
That would be
fucked.
crazy.
Not even the
I
case.
mean-
Not in the case of it's going to be a PR nightmare for her.
So
Hollywood-
now, I know
Hollywood
she's famous and all that,
itself-
but like,
Yeah,
what's her
Holly-
actual net worth?
Hold on, let
Not
me
that-
see.
Because like I know that a lot of the time the music companies like the what do you call them?
Oh,
Like
with all this stuff, the music companies will sooner drop her ass than keep her in.
Yeah, but they also own a lot of the profits.
All right, she's estimated to be worth between $50 and $53 million.
Oh, that's not much.
That's
So she could be out about a quarter of her net worth.
Yeah.
That's not much.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
she
actually
$10
not
million
much
is
considering,
what you need to be able to retire on and live a comfortable life. Like now, it depends on how comfortable you want it, but
Well, her brother's. Then again, her brother.
How humble
You
live.
guys gotta remember, her brother is also a musician.
Yes.
Mm.
She comes from a family that's connected.
Yeah,
Richard.
that connection has well and truly been fucking severed.
What's up, Casey?
I have one favor to ask.
Yes.
The favor I ask is, could you see if your father would mind taking me there the morning that they serve the papers?
I will see what we can do.
Consider that to be.
I'm just fucking Jabba the Hutt laughing right now at this.
So this is, I mean, the Tongva people, like I said, it says in this article that they have been wanting this get their property rights back for a long time.
And she just gave him the key.
Casey, do you want to
Yep.
be? I mean, like, if you could be like the Valentinogram, you know, the Candygram.
Yeah. Candygram for Mongo. Candygram for Mongo.
Yeah. And I mean,
Ish,
this
let me tell you something. I think the only Candygram that when she opened it would have a tomahawk.
I'll tell you right now, Casey.
Oh, Candy
That was
Tomahawk.
horrible.
I'll tell you right now, Casey. You can lead the Tongva people into battle against Billie Eilish, and you could be the one to snuff out the very last essence of what's left of her life.
That would make me so proud.
I mean, a Candy Tomahawk would be fucking fantastic.
oh man, this is
Uh,
like I said, this right here.
That was terrible. Go for a boring.
This right here has she could turn this around by basically support. She could actually come out and say, yes, I support their move to take back this land.
But she won't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she'd have to
It-
hand
it-
over
there's-
her entire
there's-
estate to them.
Yeah, there's no way she gets out of this.
Yeah.
She has backed herself into a PR corner. She can't get out of this.
Yep.
If she does, she complies. She gives them the free reign to completely contest everything against the state of LA. She doesn't give in, and she's facing a legal battle for the next 10, 15 years. There's no
Exactly.
way
Well,
she gets
no,
there's
like
no
like
way
in
she
terms
gets
of
out
the
this.
rest of LA, her giving it up willingly is the best thing because that
Well,
doesn't
for her-
necessarily set a precedent.
No,
Well,
it will
good
set
thing,
a
good
precedent.
thing for her, but legally it will. The fact that they succeeded will give it a legal precedent.
Only if they win it in court. If she gives it up willingly, it doesn't.
But I don't think she will because, I mean, listen to her now. If she was a real person, she'd go, okay, I fucked up, so here we go, you know. But now she's whining and crying because why are you picking on me? She wouldn't have any inclination about giving her stuff up.
Yeah.
Unless a bunch of other rich people that would be harmed by her precedent were willing to fund her buying another mansion somewhere else.
That's possible. That's possible.
Like if everybody else is like, hey, if you lose this court battle and you're going to, I'm going to lose my mansion too. And like if there were like 17 other rich people that were going to all lose their mansions and they were just like, okay, look, we'll give you $1 million for a new mansion each.
Can you see anybody in Hollywood?
Go to
doing that,
Montana.
though? Yeah,
but
can you see
I have
anybody
to.
in Hollywood doing that though?
Yeah, but I have to. Agree with, I
If
have to
they
kinda,
really thought they were going to lose.
I kind of have to agree with Shrubby though, honestly, because these people are so self-deluded that you think any one of them would want to bend over to actually help somebody. And
let's not just ignore the PR disaster that would then become them if that came to light.
In this case, I think that like as long as they shouted, as long as they said "fuck ICE" loud enough, I think people would be okay with it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you make a valid point with that. Yeah.
See, that's what gets me is the fact. Yeah.
Words, Richard. Words.
This morning I saw something that came across on Facebook and I'm like going, wait, what? One of the most racist role-playing games ever created is doing a bestiary on Kickstarter. And it just started and they were asking for 40 grand and they were able to get make that pretty dang quick in just a couple of days.
And what?
Yeah,
What-
Coyote and Crow is an RPG set in an alternative universe where there are no white people.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's when you call it racist in that regard, then the people that donate to that kind of thing don't care.
Yeah, in fact, that's why they donate to it.
Yeah,
Because there's several other RPGs that's out there that was pretty much the exact same premise, but they didn't just completely wipe out all white people.
What's that? There's a video game that just came out that only has like 57 players. It was like it was some kind of like, you know, it was like relooting.
Relooted, yes.
Relooted. So it was like, you know, black people stealing back, you know, African artifacts.
Yes, that's exactly the whole premise of the game. Yes.
Yeah,
and it's only got like 57 players total.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and it made some money because of people that support that sort of thing, even though they're not playing it.
Yeah.
Now, I get aggravated with this sort of stuff. The person that created this setting, I don't know if I should talk about it because this is just insane, but this person is so bigoted and racist, it's not even funny. In the game, like I said, there's no white people, and you're only allowed to play a specific indigenous people in this game if you are of that indigenous people's tribe. If not, you have to play a generic indigenous person.
You get to like prove it?
Because that makes sense. Yeah, because that makes fucking sense.
Yeah. The person came out this year saying that they were trans because for several years they'd been saying that they were gender queer. And now they've come out saying that they're trans and they've changed their name.
Okay, they're an ass ramming fudge packer in the closet. Yeah, okay, we got it.
Yeah. And
yeah, send them off to the squid. Send them off to the squid. Let him deal with them.
Yep.
It's the Wachowski brothers.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Zachary said that the game sounds like it could be a good idea if done correctly, kind of like what Killmonger did in Black Panther. You mean relooting? Yeah, relooting sounds like it might be cool.
But if it wasn't so incredibly racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were talking about you were going and looting museums to reclaim them for people, i.e., like raiding the Vatican vaults to steal back all the shit that they still have locked away, yeah, okay, I could see the argument that would actually work as a game.
Yeah, it's like a reverse Indiana Jones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs back with the people that created it.
Exactly.
Sure. Well, there goes your Smithsonian then.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Hey, now.
Some really bad visuals.
Half of what's in the Smithsonian is stuff that people have donated to the Smithsonian to keep it protected.
Yeah, but it's not places that fucking stole it first. That's my point.
No, not a lot of it is not stolen stuff. It was, there are some of it that was quote unquote stolen, but I'm talking about cultural artifacts that people had that they inherited and they didn't want to see anything bad happening to it, and they donated it to the Smithsonian.
Yeah, as I said,
my grandparents.
No different attitude to the British Museum. There's plenty of stuff that comes under as well. But yes, on that, whatever that would be, a lot of shit would have to be handed back. Yes.
Yep, but like I said, the whole point of me bringing this up is the fact history has all right, hold on. Zachary posted, I'm imagining a game where you play as people of a bunch of different cultures and they're all raiding the London Museum to get the stuff the British stole from their culture back.
Again, not much more than you could do the same with just about every other fucking
There's actually a game that you could pull that off with called Leverage, the RPG. Because they made a they made a role playing game based off the TV show Leverage, and that's pretty much. But instead of
There's a lot of shit in the Louvre that comes under that. There's a lot of
Oh.
there's a lot of shit in every other museum you could list.
Yep. But like I said, the history is full of conquests, and the way the Americas were before the conquistadors came here, it was bad. It was brutal. The things that was going on here was the stuff of nightmares. Was the stuff of nightmares. I mean, how could 300 dudes in funky metal hats and undies conquer a massive empire like the Aztecs by themselves? Ain't happening.
Big
The
fuck off
people that were
cannons.
being oppressed were like, wait, let me get this straight. Our overlords want to use our blood to satisfy their gods. But your God gave his blood to protect us and cleanse us and make us good. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but the dudes in the funny metal shit, they're not going to cut my virgin daughter's heart out and feed it to their God. Their God. Hell, their God sacrificed his own kid so we could be free. I think I'm going to go with them. And that's pretty much basically how it went. And a lot of people that read the conquistadors' letters about what they found that the Aztecs were doing. People were like, "Oh my God, they made that stuff up." Until the archaeologists down there in Mexico City uncovered this stuff and discovered, nope, all those priests and monks that wrote this stuff and told people about back in Europe about what they found, they downplayed it a lot. Really a lot. Well, it is time to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. So before we go, it's time to hawk your stuff. So we're gonna hit the wrong button. There you go, Wavo. Tell everybody where they can find you and what's coming up next.
Well, y'all can find my YouTube channel. Just take the name in the little bubble down below and type that into the YouTube search bar. You'll find me. I do mainly reviews of video games, mainly PlayStation right now, but I have some Sega Genesis games that I'm working on. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, so I got some things I'm experimenting with.
All right. Next up, Casey's Creepy Creations. Tell them where they can find you, brother.
Well, my friends, we've come to another end of another wonderful evening. If after the stream concludes you are in the mood for something, shall we say, a bit macabre, you can find me by going to YouTube and typing in Casey's Creepy Creations. I specialize in horror, science fiction stories, dark horror science fiction stories. I'm currently working on a new project that I hope to begin to turn into videos at some point. And I would love to have your patronage. And if you don't, I know where you sleep at night.
All right.
It doesn't sound creepy at all, does it?
Well, it's supposed to, Shrubby. It's supposed to.
Crazy Tyler. Tell us.
I think right now we are loving all of the collaboration we're getting to do with everybody and just kind of getting our own groove and spending time with y'all. I think life has put a few things on pause, but there's always brighter things in the future. So we just love being here.
All right. Next up is Shrubby. Shrubby, tell everybody where they can find you.
God damn it. Same as Wero, whatever. Just type the Shrubby 1989 into YouTube's. You shall find me. There is not much happening with my channel right this very second. Unfortunately, as Alice pointed out, life is well and truly getting in the way. I have uploaded some of the streams I've done in the past. I have edited some of the videos I've done. I'm still way behind with a lot of that, unfortunately. You'll possibly catch me, whatever, streaming some of the PC games. Most of us are probably more familiar with. DRG, Diablo 2, hell, WoW now because I'm finally got my bug back for Classic. Fuck retail though. Don't ask me to play the retail version because I won't. But other than that, you'll probably find me hanging around. No different to here. Possibly part of Tony Stark streams. Plenty of other places around as well. Doomcock, all the other channels.
Sweet. All right, Chlamydia, go ahead and tell people where they can find you.
Close enough. Kshtimala. So yeah, if you can spell my name or pronounce it, actually just spell it, you'll be able to find me on YouTube. Currently empty channel, but I have some. I've got a friend that's working on. I'm going to be making some horror narrations in a werewolf voice, and I've got some people that are working on some scary stories for me to narrate at the moment. It's empty at the moment, but you're not going to get any bullshit notifications. But go ahead and subscribe, and when it does come around, you'll see it.
All right.
I know it. You're a closet furry.
Scooby Pup, you're up. Hawk your stuff.
So tomorrow night at 9:30, I will be hopping back onto Code Vein 2. Fuck you, Shrubby. I don't want to hear it. And let's see. There will be no Scooby Pups podcast this Saturday. However, the Barcade will continue all next week at 9:30 p.m. But Saturday's Scooby Pups podcast, next Saturday, February 21st, mark it on your calendar, is the 50th episode, and I will have a nice, big, juicy panel of former guests that I absolutely love and adore and that are good friends of the channel.
Hey, phrasing.
Hey, phrasing!
That's the only notice, that's the only word Shrubby knows.
No,
he does not have the intellect required to say any other type of word.
No, he does.
I'm sorry, my intellect went in to be able to beat video games, unlike you.
No.
Shots fired.
Scooby,
He's gonna hurt
Hey,
him.
you want to throw those bricks? I can throw the fucking anvil right back.
Scooby, it's not that Shrubby doesn't know other words. It's just that it's not safe for him to repeat them here.
No, it's that
He's got a point.
He is 2 points. No, he is stupid.
All right, everybody.
And Casey, I would like to talk to you after the show.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thank you guys for
Ooh, you in
coming.
trouble?
I hope everybody had a good time today. I hope everybody can hit on the rewatch and learn something and had some fun today. Sorry about the Poochie moment.
Poochie.
I swear that damn little dog and his
Richard,
robot.
It's in the past. Richard, breathe. Breathe. Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Yeah, please. You've been good. No spray bottle, Richard. Not this close to the end.
Yep. Thank God we did not have to break out the spray bottle for y'all. We had to break it out for the cats.
Get the
but
racist
didn't have to
back.
break it out for y'all.
We will get the rant bat. You will be smacked over the head with a rant bat.
Now,
hang on. Speaking of facts, hang on.
There it is.
What do I do with it? There it is. Okay.
All right. Hold on.
It's
let me put it
a
on the 16. Hold on. Do it
it's
again.
a
Louisville.
Louisville Slugger.
Yep.
And it
All
has
right.
Senko bat? Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
No, I actually got it for free at the museum.
How did you receive it?
Years ago, I went on a mission trip with my church. We went. One of the things we did, we went on a tour of the Louisville Slugger factory, and everyone got one of these.
Sweet.
That's
All
fine.
right. Let's go out there, boys and girls, and everything in between. This world, as you heard today, this world's pretty messed up. We need to go out there and start talking to other people about the stuff we love. We need to share what we love with others. Hopefully, that's going to let them see why we care so much about this stuff, why pop culture means so much to us, why He-Man and the Masters of the Universe matters, why them screwing it up hurts us so badly, why watching things like Star Trek and Star Wars
Get gayified?
get just so screwed up. It hurts us because we grew up with it. We love it. It's something that is a part of memories that we cannot. That's all. In some cases, those memories are all we have left of people that we love that have passed on to the next world. I remember watching these things with my mom and my dad and my grandparents. So yes, I get upset when I see them denigrated so horribly. And this is why. It's by talking about this stuff and why we love it and why it matters to us that we show our humanity to each other. And it's by being human with each other, by sharing what we love, we will hopefully make the world a better place. Because when you share something you love, that passion comes through. And we're talking about what you love about it, not what you hate about what they've done to it, but talk about what you love about this property. People can't help but hear your love for it. And then hopefully they will connect with it and understand it. Let's go out there and be the positive change in the world we want to see. Let's go out there by our example, inspire others to do the same thing. Because it's only by doing good that we can turn this all around and make this world a better place. So let's go out there and be good to each other, guys and gals and everything in between. Share the things you love because this world needs a lot more love in it. Mm-hmm. And remember, you are not alone. You are not alone. And you are most definitely loved.
Yay.
Even if it is only by me. And that includes you, Shrubby.
Yeah, see, Shrubby is actually loved by someone.
Yes, I love.
I'm guessing someone has to.
Hey, that's my job, man.
Just because the only one you can find is in the mirror, there, Scooby.
Okay, Dasher. Dasher's not going to be able to pull it off right now. He's got to deal with something else. What about you, Prancer? You think you could give Scooby Pup a ride to Australia? No, you don't want to go to Australia because why?
Yeah, that's
Spiders?
why we had That's why we had the white boomers.
He's afraid of the spiders, but I'll see which one of the reindeer will give you a ride in a minute, Scoobs. That way you can go kick Shrubby in his butt. Unless, of course,
right, I'll get the step ladder out for her midget butt.
Oh,
that's a cheap shot.
In all honesty, I'm not even listening to Shrubby.
Low hanging shroot. Low hanging shroot.
Nice.
I am literally not even listening to Sharby.
Consider yourself lucky. You would not want to heard. You would not want to hear what he just said.
Oh God.
I don't really care what he just said. I don't really care what he just said because I'm trying not to be killed by a bunch of bugs.
She knows. She
Oh,
knows.
multitasking is
Anyway.
is it?
All right. See you guys next time. Hopefully, we might end up me doing something this weekend with Alice and Crazy Horse. It all depends on if they've been able to get their dash camera working or not. So I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all be good. Remember, you're loved. You're not alone. Share the things you love in this world. And let's go out there.
I might do a subathon on Saturday.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Nice.
Well, y'all
For
be
you.
good. And I love each and every one of you.